Welcome back. Now, finally, we move on to Unit 2 final module in water supply engineering. And now we are going to discuss on the topic of pipe appurtenance and pumps. Pipe appurtenance. In order to facilitate the pipeline networks, many appurtenance it will be required. It may be valves, joint, anchors are to be provided according to the need. Gate valve is the one of the first pipe appurtenance of valve. Gate valves are used when a straight line flow of water and minimum flow restriction are needed. It's also called upon gate. The gate is usually wedge shape. Gate valves are classified as either resin stem or non-resin stem valves. Air release valve. Air release valve are probably the best known air valve and are typically furnished in size 13 mm through 76 mm. The air release valve has a float to sense the presence of air and a linkage mechanism that gives the float mechanism. Advantages in the opening the orifice under full pipeline pressures. An air release valve can also be used between vertical turbine pump and a check valve to prevent surges in the pipe between pump and check valves. The right side diagram which shows clearly on air release valve. Pressure relief valve. Pressure is the one of the important factor to be considered in the pipe flow networks. The excess pressure will be create water hammer pressure, which ultimately leads to bursting or formation of cracks in pipes. So that we are providing pressure relief valve. The overcome this problem, pressure relief valve are used here. In this type of valve is adjusted automatically as soon as the pressure in the pipe being detected, and the opening in the valve will be aid to let out the excess amount of water. As soon as pressure is reduced, the valve can be closed automatically. Check valve or non-return valve. The check valve may be installed on the delivery side of the pumping system in order to prevent the flow of water in backward direction when the pumping was stopped. So that we are providing this kind of check valve on this delivery section. Drain valve. If the water in the system has to be removed completely, a small gate valve is much needed, and this will be done by providing a drain valve or scour valve in the networks. These valves are necessary at low level points for completely empty the pipe for the inspection, or it may be maintenance work. Anchoring. When an internal hydrostatic pressure is applied to the pipe, unbalanced forces develop at all changes of size and direction in a pipeline. Normally, concrete thrust blocks are most commonly used at all anchor points. Pumps. It is a machine which transports fluid into itself through an entrance port and forces the fluid out through an exit port. Pump may be served to move the liquid and grass country pipeline to lift a liquid from well, or to be lift the water to tall building in order to make it for some pressure, in order to deliver easy distribution networks, so many things. Need for pump in water treatment plants. Pumps are highly needed machine in water treatment plants. It can be transport or lift the water from source where the water is not able to flow by gravitational forces, to lift the water to various treatment units if sufficient natural force is not available. In a sand filter, they can be used for backwash in rapid sun filter. For mixing chemicals, they can give for rapid agitations. In order to maintain the suitable pressure in pipelines, it acts as a pressure filter. For lifting and pumping the treatment water to overhead storage tank or to be distribution of pumping system, pumps, prime movers, electric motors, diesel engines or air systems. Pumping used to carry the fluid, valve used to control the flow in system, other fittings control and instrumentation. The pumps are classified into mainly two ways. One is positive displacement, another one is rotodynamic. In positive displacement, they can be bifurcated by two ways. One is rotary type, another one is reciprocating. For rotodynamic, axial flow and centrifugal flow. Pumps classified according to the basic two thing is there, according to the type and fluid, then according to type of service. That's positive displacement pump. Positive displacement pumps are distinguished by the way of operation. Liquid is taken from one end and positively discharged at the other end for every revolutions. The first positive displacement such as reciprocating pump. Reciprocating pump means if the displacement is by reciprocation of a piston plunger. Rotary pump means if the displacement is by rotary action of gear van in chamber of diaphragm in fixed casing. Dynamic pumps. Dynamic pumps are also characterized by their mode of operation. A rotating impeller converts kinetic energy into pressure or velocity that is needed to pump the fluid. There are two types of dynamics pump. One is centrifugal pump, another one is axial flow pump. Centrifugal pump means the most common. It is a most common pumps used for pumping water in industrial application. Typically, more than 75% of pumps installed in industrial or centrifugal pumps. Axial flow or propeller pump means propeller pumps allowed fluid to enter the impeller axially. Reciprocating pump. Based on the displacement action, the reciprocating pump has been classified into two ways. One is single acting reciprocating pumps, double acting reciprocating pump. In single acting reciprocating pump, working procedure is there. In this schematic diagram which shows this working procedure of single acting reciprocating pump. In a single acting pump, the backward stroke is called upon suction stroke of the piston causes a suction which pull in a liquid through the inlet valve. On the forward stroke means delivery stroke. The increase in pressure generated by the piston close the inlet valve and open the discharge valve. The liquid is displaced into the discharge system. In this double acting reciprocating pump, during this revolution of crank, the piston can be moved from right hand side to left hand side. That the situations here, two types of delivery as well as two types of sections are there. So here valve can be open S2 as well as D2, section 2 as well as delivery 2 is also there, section 1 as well as delivery pipes also there. They can be during this operation movement of piston on right hand side, and the section valve can be open, section 1 is open. That the time section 2 is closed, then delivery 2 is open, then water can be discharged to deliver 2. After the displacement for left hand side, simultaneously do for vice versa of Air pump. The output from this type of pump is directly proportional to the speed of operation. Centrifugal pump. Centrifugal means to fly away from the center. Uh, this is the force developed due to the rotation of a body, solid, a liquid or gases. The forces of rotation causes by body or a fluid to move away from the center of rotation. This was the action that takes place in centrifugal pumps. Parts of centrifugal pumps such as the rotor, the casing. The centrifugal pump impeller. This consists of wheel-shaped elements containing curved vents at the center of which the liquid inlet called eye of the impeller. This is mounted on the shaft. Types of impeller. There are three types of impellers are there. One is open impellers, semi-open impellers, closed impeller. Next we move on to shaft. The impellers are mounted on this part of pump which is then referred to as the rotor, which is coupled to the pump driver. Radially shaft are there, axial shaft are there. Radial shaft is one of the vibration one, axial shaft is the thrust one. Casing. The main function of casing is to enclose the impeller at suction and delivery ends and thereby form a pressure vessel. Working principle of centrifugal pump such as priming, an important operation in operating the centrifugal pump. It is a process of removing the trapped air in the pump and pump fittings. In this operation, the pump is completely filled with water, either manual or mechanically. The trapped air is allowed to escape through the air vent made from this purpose. When the air has been removed completely, water will be start coming through the air vent. Then motor is switched on to rotate the impeller by keeping the delivery valve closed. This will cause strong suction or vacuum. At last, the delivery pipes valve is open for the flow of water. Use of various valves for operating the centrifugal pump. The suction and discharges pipe of a centrifugal pump will generally have the following valve arrangements such as suction valve, discharge valve, check or non-return valves, vent valve, Koch insulation valve, gland seal valve, recycle valve, drain valve and gate valve. Characteristic of centrifugal pump. Based on the characteristics of centrifugal pump represented in curves. The graphical representation of curve which shows this power and the efficiency of the pump, then specific speed of the pump is drawn clearly. And the purpose of this curve is to be predict the behavior and performance of pump under varying condition. The following are the characteristic curves are usually prepared for the centrifugal pump. The first one is main characteristic curve, operating characteristic curve, constant efficiency, constant head and constant discharge curve. Main characteristic curve. The right side diagram which shows clearly how to make as well as finding this curve based on this efficient as well as discharge. Operating characteristic curve of a pump. Pumps are generally designed for maximum efficiency and that occurs when the pump operated at the design speed. A particular set of main characteristics corresponding to the design speed is called operating characteristics. Finally, we move on to factors to be considered while selecting the pump for water treatment system. Thank you. Thank you for your patience.